Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday nights. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tony, what is up, Mr. Tony? How goes it? About the same, my man. Living life and loving life. Uptick in temperatures, sun was out. It was a great day, great weekend, and I'm looking forward to more to come. Yep, I was pleasantly surprised by that. I know there was some talks about getting your boy. I know you got two guys that are probably going to be in the top 10, Mara and Luxembourg. There were some talks about Luxembourg at 9, but now I'm hoping that one of those big guys falls to us. I don't know if Boozer's going to make it down to 4, but that would be kind of sweet. We're going to get a nice player. Hopefully they can piece it together with the new management. Yeah, Mara's gotta put on some weight, I think. Mara's gotta get in the weight room. But I don't hate it. I was hoping for one of the top picks, and I'll take 4. I'll take 4 all day. What's going on, Darren? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully all is well, Darren. Darren, how you enjoying the NHL playoffs? I was just watching Sabres Canadiens before I came downstairs. Of course you would say that, Tony. I'm sure you would have kept all the guys. I'm sure you would have kept them all. Seemed like it wouldn't do any harm, right? Spoiled for choice, but you guys are gonna be just fine. Michigan's gonna be a powerhouse for a while. We know historically have been. Yeah, still anyone's game. I agree, Darren. NHL playoffs have been exciting. My son wants to watch every single day. I told you guys before, he's playing in the house and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Jean-Ry! What up, Jean-Ry? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Had a good one today. Shout out to all the moms out there for Mother's Day. Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend with the ladies in your lives. I know we got a lot of great dudes in the group, and I imagine that lends itself to a lot of fantastic women as well. Yeah, the Wild were surprising for sure. It's been fun, and with basketball kicking into gear with the playoffs and baseball in full swing, what a time to be alive! All right, guys, we're gonna get after it here. I won't keep you guys up late here on a Sunday night. I know people got to work in the morning. Just kind of a shout out for next week, which I will be breaking on Saturday. Now that I don't have too much going on, these last couple of weeks have been busy on Saturdays, but I got some basketball coming. We've got basketball jersey, so that'll be there for next week. The listings are already up in case you're interested, and then we got signed basketball, so that's kind of exciting as well. A little QR code if you're interested. So the hockey puck that's on the table is my last hockey puck for the time being. I might grab a little bit more hockey just as we get closer and closer to the Stanley Cup. As we get closer to the championship round, maybe I'll throw some hockey for those last little bit. So that'll be a lot of fun. Yep, still working on the bats, John Ree. So still working on bats. Bats have gotten a lot harder to find. So you have to give me a little bit more patience, John Ree. I'm still working on it. What up, Dave? I believe Dave's in the house. Good luck to everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My wife is both of my better halves. You said it, Darren. Darren, you're a good man. Yeah, the bats are a sustainable product. I agree. It's just getting one of quality and not having the price skyrocket. The price for the bats has seemed to gone up quite a bit. Like RSA is pretty steady. It's just the checklist for RSA is kind of smaller. But I'm still investigating. If I go RSA, maybe I'll get RSA for a couple weeks and see if I can find something else. Yeah, it seems like from last year the price of bats has gone up, and I, for the life of me, don't want to jack up the prices here any more than I have to. So, but I'll be on the lookout, guys. I promise you. I'm not trying to duck the bats. All right, guys, we're gonna get after it here for football tonight. We got the black bag edition as well as the football jersey, which has been pretty good to us. We've had some nice hits come out of here. So we had Butt Kiss from the Bears last week, Adrian Peterson on the first one. So I'm excited about that one. We got the last hockey puck tonight, which is box 66, which I'm hoping is a lucky number for somebody. 66 out of 100 with my last hockey puck for the time being. Then we'll go to baseball. We got the RSA jersey for baseball, but the one I'm really excited about, fellas, is the Hall of Fame baseball edition for Gold Rush and the signed and slabbed. Don't know if you got a chance to check out the checklist, but it's pretty sweet. So I'm excited about it. Hall of Fame baseball edition. The checklist, in my opinion, is pretty loaded, and I'm hoping that means that we've got some solid ones coming your way. Yeah. So then mini bats. I have not seen mini bats, but I know they're like little helmets and stuff like that. I was looking into even like baseball gloves and things like that too, that Hit Parade does. The same company that does these hockey pucks. They also do some cool stuff for baseball, like signed gloves and things like that. But yeah, still investigating it, hoping to have some new stuff, guys. Try to keep it moving. Yeah, gloves would be pretty sick in my opinion. Maybe I'll investigate, see about mini bats. I haven't seen too many products with that, but like that would make sense. And then to wrap it up here tonight, we've got the multi-sports. So we got the black bag, which has been pretty good to us. And then we are down to our last two, number 5 and number 6. We'll open one of them tonight. We'll randomize it. And the other one will be for next week. And then the following week, I got a fresh case we'll open up. And that should help us get through a good chunk of the summer. So we'll keep it going with the multi-sport. People seem to like it. I myself like it as well. All right, guys, we're going to get after it. Like I said, people got work tomorrow. I'm not trying to keep you here all night. I do appreciate you guys jumping in this week. For those people that are new, welcome to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. I'm the guy that's been messaging you on eBay. Of course, this is not a brick and mortar store, just one guy with a passion for sports and bringing people together. And you've stumbled upon a great group of guys. And I'm sure that if you haven't done so already, just jump in the chat and they'll welcome you proper, because that's the kind of guys we have here. All right, we'll start with, like I said, the black bag for football. Friendly reminder, eBay does require mark all items is shipped, regardless of whether your team hits or not. If you see a tracking number attached to your order, that is confirmation that your team is the one that hit and that you'll be receiving it. I put these things out in the mail tomorrow morning. Hopefully get to you by the end of the week with some of the delays going on with USPS. Of course, the breaks are more fun when your team hits, but stick with it. I know guys that will go cold for a couple of weeks and then catch fire. So stick with it, guys. Have fun with it. Be happy for the people that hit. Life's too short to get mad about simple things. And of course, life is enjoyable when you get some memorabilia and you can reminisce and talk some trash and have some fun. All right, guys, quick trip around the bag. We're going to get after it here. We're going to start with some football. All right. Mini baseball helmets are pretty cool. Yeah, I would agree with that. The full-size gloves are pretty sick. I've seen a couple of those pop outs. I've been a couple of those breaks myself. All right, here we go. So we got, like I said, black bag football. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. Let's start hot here. We had some nice names last week. Let's continue that trend. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. All right, I see green, and I see white, and I see gray or silver. Jahan Dotson. Looks like Jahan Dotson on a big old 83. Beckett cert. This is Philadelphia Eagles. Jahan Dotson. Big old 83. Nice autograph. Stayed out of the stitching. It's a nice auto. Beckett cert. Beckett cert here, guys. 2W9. 2W9, 256. 68. 2W9. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. 2W9, 256, 68. Jahan Dotson for the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, I didn't catch that one, Tony. The bag was heavy. It's weird, but after opening up enough of them, I'm starting to notice like subtle differences in some of the bags. Some are a little bit heavier than others. This one, I think, because of the stitching, I mean, it looks pretty heavily stitched there. Got the triple color on the jersey, the triple stitching on the color. I imagine that's what's giving it that little bit of extra weight. Had I saw the message, I would make a little bit of prediction. So I'll make a prediction on the next one. Of course, that's the box. So I'll make my prediction there. All right. Philadelphia Eagles this week will be Michael J. So Michael J takes it down. So congrats to Michael J. Say a couple quick words about Jahan Dotson. Yeah, started his career with Washington, then played in Philly. And it does say his current team is the Atlanta Falcons. He is a one-time Super Bowl champ. And he's only 26. Wide receiver. Jahan Dotson. It's a nice hit. Super Bowl champ. New guy mojo. Congrats to Mike J. Or Michael J, I should say. Congrats, Michael. Not sure if you're here with us tonight, but welcome aboard. Welcome to the room. And congrats on the Jahan Dotson for the fly. Eagles fly. All right, let's go here. Got a nice checklist on this 2026 Gold Rush Series 3. I'll take on a quick trip around the box itself as I think about my prediction. I'm thinking about one of these headliners. So why not one of these headliners? We haven't had a headliner come out of here yet. Let's say, How about that Arch Manning right there? And of course, that would then have to be randomized to the entire break. That'd be kind of cool. All right, I'm calling that one. How about that Arch Manning? And then we'll have to randomize it if that's what pops out. Of course, if it's just college teams and they haven't played a snap for an NFL team, then we'd randomize it to everybody in the football break. You would get one spot for every team that you bought. There's only a fair way to do it in my mind. All right, took you on a trip around the box itself. We know that Gold Rush products have two modes of transparency. We got the cellophane wrapping. We got that patented secondary seal, guys. As you can see, in good working order. Let's get after it. Arch Manning would be sick. he definitely settled in last season. I think there was higher expectations for him and definitely settled in once I think he got past some of the hype and all the people talking. And once he just got back to playing, he did just fine. Should have another really big year. All right, guys, here we go. Here goes that patented secondary seal doing what seals do, being all sealed and stuff. Good luck to all teams. We'll see what we got. Yeah, feel free to call your own shot if you don't believe in mine. Of course, mine is just purely speculation. All right. Good luck to all teams. Seal's broken. Let's see what we got this week. Good luck to everybody in football. I think I recognize the jersey. Yes, I do. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've got Vatek. Vatek, I believe. And we got Michael Vick. The big names keep on coming. That's a pretty sick color scheme, if I'm not mistaken. Big old number 7. Triple color. Iconic autograph. What a dog. Number 7. Dog. Here come the dog jokes in the chat. Beckett Cert. 2W1. 69823. 2W1. 69823. Mike Vick. Which I believe to be the Vatek. Double check to be sure. Mike Vick Vatek, confirmed. Of course, since it is his college jersey, it will go to the team that he played the most games for. And when it comes to games, this is Atlanta Falcons. So he played for Atlanta for 6 years, played 67 games. Philadelphia, 5 years, 42 games. Cup of coffee on the Jets, 3 games. Cup of coffee on Pittsburgh, 3 games. I do not remember the Pittsburgh time at all. And of course, that happened at the end of his career. So played for 3 games at age 34 for the Jets. 3 games for Pittsburgh. Of course, the Jets have been looking for quarterbacks for a long time. What a dog. So that one is going to be Atlanta Falcons. And Atlanta Falcons this week is going out to Dave J. Congrats to Dave. Congrats, Dave. Dave J taking it down. Atlanta Falcons. Another Vic jersey to add to the collection, sir. I know he's a big Atlanta guy, so I imagine he might have a few in that collection. Congrats. Congrats, sir. We'll keep this thing moving right along. We'll push on over to hockey. For hockey, we have my last puck for the time being. I'm going to try to get at least a couple more little tiny things maybe for hockey. Maybe a jersey or something else just for the championship. Definitely during Stanley Cup week, we'll throw something out for hockey just so we get excited about it. Yeah, mini helmets for that too. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Mix it up a little bit. I'm going to keep a lookout. Maybe I'll head on over to Hit Parade after the break tonight and see what we can get on order. All right, guys, like I said, box 66 out of 100 will be my last one here for the time being. Triple transparency on this guy. We got the cellophane wrapping. We've got the sleeve. And then we've got a double patented secondary seal. Not to be outdone by Gold Rush. All right. Quick little tiny trip around the box itself. Everything in good working order. Yeah, you're right. I do have school tomorrow. I'll try not to stay up too late. Usually I like to pack everything up right after the break. The guys that know me, they know I like to try on the jerseys and take pictures on my social media. Just kidding, guys. For all the people that are new, Of course, I'm not going to try on your memorabilia. At least I'll make sure to fold it up nice. All right, guys. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I would never. All right. Good luck to all teams. How about a monster hit in hockey here to end it? We've had some nice ones come out. Maybe a nice one here for one of the teams that's still in it. That would be kind of sweet. Get somebody hyped up about maybe their team that's still in it there. All right. 66 out of 100. Hopefully it's a lucky number for somebody. There goes the sleeve. We got these two secondary seals. Let's do it. There goes the guy on the right. There goes the guy on the left. All right, we're open. Good luck to all teams. Hit parade. Last puck out of the case. All right. Have to slow roll a little bit. Tony's calling wings. And I don't think he's talking about Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings. I think he's talking Red Wings. All right, let's see. Will he call a shot? Good luck to all teams in the hockey. Ooh, okay. How about the New York Islanders? New York Islanders. Got a nice silver Sharpie there on a black puck, which I am an absolute sucker for. This one's going Islanders. And I got Noah Dobson. Noah Dobson. Good call, Darren. Yep. Noah Dobson. Any good? New York Islanders. Noah Dobson. I'll educate myself real quick, but Islanders. New York Islanders this week. This one's going out to Brad. So this one's going out to Brad O. Congrats, Brad. Brad has become one of our regular weekly guys, so congrats, Brad. Thanks for jumping back in. Let's check out Noah Dobson. A defenseman. He's right-handed. $62 goals, 215 assists. He's only 26. He was taken in the first round by the Islanders, 12th overall. Nothing wrong with that. But currently plays for the Montreal Canadiens. We talked about having somebody in the thick of it. He's in the thick of it. He had a point tonight. Or not tonight. A couple nights ago. So that would have been on Friday. On Friday, he had a point. All right. Yep. Yeah, doing well. And he's in the thick of it. So that's a cool one. Noah Dobson on the New York Islanders. Going out to Brad O. Congrats, Brad. All right, for baseball, I would normally ask you guys what you want to do, but I'm going to go jersey first, and I cannot wait to open that Hall of Fame edition slab. I've had those for a while now, and I was sitting on them waiting for the season to get going, to get excited about it. Man, I'm excited to open that sign-in slab right there. All right, Noah Dobson, hanging out with Mike Vick. You guys can talk about dog walking or wherever else you guys might have in common. And I'm going to switch over to baseball. We got the RSA baseball jersey here. And when it comes to RSA, not as much transparency as some of those other companies. We just got a secondary seal. That's it. Still going to take you on a trip around the box itself, just because that's what I do. That's just who I am. Show you that everything's in good working order. I have not been disappointed by these little RSA boxes for jerseys. I've been pleasantly surprised. Let's keep it coming, RSA. And stock some more baseball bats. All right. Fair enough. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tony knows. Tony knows the rules. Transparency is the group word. Whatever beverage you're enjoying, feel free to have a sip whenever you hear that word. All right. Good luck to all teams. Patented RSA secondary seal. Let's get after it. I want to open up that Hall of Fame slab. All right, here we go. Good luck to everybody in baseball. There goes the seal. What do we got this week? Good luck to everybody in baseball. All right. JSA. This looks like McBride, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Cardinals. I think that's Bake McBride. Big old 21. Nice autograph. Stayed out of the stitching. Can definitely tell that he's had some cursive lessons in his day. Bake McBride. JSA cert. WIT 595657. WIT 595657. Nice thing about the baseball jerseys, in my opinion, at least. We can take a look right now. I believe this is a Cardinals hit on that blue alternate that they have. St. Louis. St. Louis Cardinals. Big old 21. Bake McBride. Definitely have to say a couple words about Bake McBride. All right. St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals this week. This one's going out to Dave. This one's going out to Dave J. Congrats, Dave. Dave doubling up here tonight. St. Louis Cardinals going out to Dave J. Congrats, sir. Bake McBride. Outfielder. Batted lefty. 22.7 career WAR. Almost 4,000 at bats, over 1,000 hits. 63 homers, but his career batting average was 299. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 183 stolen bases. His OPS was 765. His OBP 345. Slugging 420. Nothing wrong with that. Played for 11 years. 5 of them with Philly. 5 with the Cards. 2 with Cleveland. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an All-Star. He played in the World Series in 1980. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Congrats, Dave. Yeah. Athletic Paloma for you. That makes sense. Those are pretty good too. I've had those. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with these jerseys either. Coming from a hardcore Cubs fan, it is a cool color scheme. They got the red and the blue, right? Maybe I like a little bit of a different shade, but they're getting closer. They're getting closer. All right, guys, it's time. I've been waiting. Let's do it. Hall of Fame edition from Gold Rush Signed and Slabbed. And the checklist, in my opinion, for this is bonkers. There's some really nice potential hits here. Hank Aaron, Sandy Koufax, Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey, Nolan Ryan. Man, what a checklist. All right, let's get after it. Triple transparency, cellophane wrapping. We've got patented secondary seal, black bag on the inside. Quick trip around itself. And of course, as you guys can see there, cellophane wrapping was a little bit short. But of course, that is exactly the way that I received it. You guys could take a nice long look. Just noticed that right now. All right, quick trip around. Of course, there's multiple modes of transparency there, so cellophane wrapping. Then we got that patented secondary seal, black bag on the inside. So I feel good about it. Good luck to all teams. I cannot wait to see what these look like. The other Signed and Slab products have been good to us, and I hope this is no different. All right, good luck to everybody. I think somebody's going to get a banger. On the checklist, you can't really go wrong, in my opinion. Somebody will say that if it's not on their team, it goes wrong, but haters are going to hate. All right, here we go. Secondary seal, gone. Black bag on the inside, little black bag, empty box. All right. Tiny black bag, tiny trip around. Good rip incoming. Tony, I appreciate that. That's not the energy I want. That's the energy I need. All right, here we go, guys. Good luck to everybody in baseball. Hopefully we got a monster sitting here. Hall of Famer for somebody. Incoming. Here we go. Good luck to all teams. Look at that rip. There we go. All right, good luck to everybody. How about that to start? How about that to start? How about Stan the Man Musial? How about Stan the Man Musial? 2004 Donruss Classics. How about Stan the Man Musial? Dang. PSA, DNA certified, authentic. Stan the Man. That is sick. Of course, this one's going out to the Cards. Dave J taking it down. Triple tap. And that is a beauty. And then the FF stands for Famous Foursomes. So we got Stan the Man Musial right there. Red Schoendienst. And on the backside, Ken Boyer and Bob Gibson. This is Donruss Classics, Famous Foursomes. PSA DNA certified Stan Musial. Okay. That's a heck of a way to start that product. That is dope. Oh man. Stan the Man. St. Louis Cardinals, Dave J. Dave J having a night tonight on his third hit. He grabbed the Vic, the Bake McBride, and now Stan the Man. Dave, if you're here, holler at me. That's awesome, man. That's so clean. Blue Sharpie. Iconic Cardinal, as well as overall MLB player. Got another box of that coming next week if you're interested, fellas. I might have to open up one for myself personally. I don't know. That just seems too good. If that next time those come available, I'm gonna buy so many of those for our break room. Yeah, congrats. That's sweet. All right. We'll keep this thing rolling, guys. We'll move over to multi-sport. I'll do the jersey first, and then we'll move on to the value pack. I've had some nice things come out of these jerseys. Hopefully that keeps going. I got affinity for the Gold Rush products. They do nice work, in my opinion. Quick trip around the bag. For everybody that's new, the multi-sport a little bit different. We don't sell it by team. We sell it by sport. So you got baseball, football, basketball. You got hockey, and then the other spot. The other spot will cover things like soccer, wrestling. I think we've had some Formula One. We've had some boxing, things like that. All right, multi-sport. Let's get after it. Got another jersey here. And I will tell you, it's a heavy jersey. It's heavy as well. At least, in my opinion, heavier than what I would expect. Good luck to everybody in the multi-sport. Good luck to all sports. Let's see what we got. All right. I see red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. I've got a Bennett jersey. And a big old 97. Big autograph. Inscription, 97 inscription. Stayed out of the stitching. One of you guys will have to tell me what I'm looking at. Doesn't come to mind right away. Do you know? Beckett cert. On the Beckett cert, I got BK 52723. BK 52723. No clue. I'm going to take a look. All right, I'm going to look it up on Beckett. Feel free to join me if anybody wants to do that as well. Water polo would be good. I think it might be football. I guess we'll see. So football it is. So it is going to the football spots. Looks like Bills. We'll take a look. Bennett's 97. Yeah. That's my guess as well. I'm going to take it over to Beckett first to make sure I get the person down, and then we'll go from there. All right, if anybody wants to look it up with me, one more time out loud. This is BK 52723. BK 52723. Cornelius Bennett, of course. How could I have forgotten? Cornelius Bennett on the Beckett cert. Linebacker out of Alabama. And this is his Buffalo Bills jersey from 1990 to 1995. He was a 5-time All-Pro. He was named to the All-1990s Hall of Fame team. And he was 2-time unanimous Defensive Player of the Year out of Alabama. Linebacker, Cornelius Olanda Bennett. His nickname was Biscuit. 71.5 sacks, 28 forced fumbles, over 1,000 solo tackles. And he played in 206 games. I'd say that's pretty impressive. 14-year career, 9 for Buffalo. Cornelius Bennett. And that one's going out to the football spot. Football spot this week. We got Braden H taking it down. Braden H taking it down. Congrats, Braden, on the football. Cornelius Bennett. That's a solid hit. Big old 97. Beckett cert. I'll move Bennett over here. Not to cover up Stan the Man and Noah Dobson. All right, guys. Last item of the night, multi-sport value pack. We're just down to 5 and 6. One of them we open tonight, and one goes back into the box for next week. And like I said earlier, the following week we'll open up a brand new case. We got 10 more. Should be fun. All right, guys, as always, I'm going to switch over to my dice roll. We're going to find out how many times we're randomizing these 2, 5, and 6. As always, if you guys could just let me know. If you guys could see, I want to make sure I'm always doing things the right way. Never want anybody to walk away feeling slighted or shortchanged or anything like that. That's not my jam. Hey, thanks, Darren. I appreciate that. Thanks, Tony. All right, guys. 2 dice. Let's roll them. I got 10. The dice are going to make me work for it today, and that's all right. I got 10 on the dice roll. All right. Oh, for real, Tony? I use this in my classroom all the time. I teach statistics, and the kids are always amazed that something like this exists, and it works great. If you use it in high quantity, like you can buy like a subscription and things, but if anybody needs something like this, there's some pretty cool stuff on there. Random.org. And it is the closest thing to true randomization that is out there. I use it in my stats class all the time. All right, guys, I got 5 and 6 up here. I don't believe that for a second, Tony. I bet if you refreshed it, I bet it would be there. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. I bet if you refreshed it, I bet you'd be right back in action. All right, guys, we got 10 on the dice roll. We're going to roll this 10 times. Whichever one, 5 or 6, is on top after 10 dice rolls is the one we're opening. All right, let's get it. So there we have 2 times. I got to go 10. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. 8. 9. 10th and final time. Whichever one's in spot 1 is the one we're opening. Good luck to everybody in the multi-sports. All right, we're going with 5. 5 is coming off the table. And we are randomized 10 times. We're going 5, which means that 6 will live to fight another day. And we'll be seeing 6 next week. 5. All right, guys. 5 staying, 6 going. So the last 2, 5 is going to stay. 6 is going to go. We'll see you next week, 6. Alrighty. For the multi-sport value pack, we know there are 3 cards inside. Quick little trip around it. Had a decent rip on the last one. Let's hope for another. All right, once again, good luck to everybody in the multi-sport. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Good luck to everybody. Impeccable rip. Oh no, the pressure. Here we go. Not bad. I'll take that. Impeccable. I don't know if I'd call it impeccable, but I've done worse. All right. Here we go. Empty bag. All right, 3 cards. Let's do it. All right, the first one, we got Torrey Holt on the Rookie Sensations out of Fleer Tradition. And I'm going to tell you that I can already see the card that's in the back there. I'm going to try to, well, I think I might have just given it away, but all right. Moderately impeccable. I'll take that. Torrey Holt out of Fleer. This is 9 out of 20. Torrey Holt, a very legit wide receiver and a true yard after catch machine. This one's going out to the football spot. Torrey Holt, football. Goes out to Braden. Braden taking the Bennett jersey and the Torrey Holtz. Congrats, Braden. Card number 2. How about Mickey Mantle? Mickey Mantle on the Moments and Milestones. It is numbered 86 out of 150. 86 out of 150. 1957 AL MVP, 146 walks. 1957 AL MVP, New York Yankees. This one's going out to the baseball spot. And wouldn't you know it, baseball also going out to Braden H. Braden getting the triple here at the end. Congrats, Braden. Not sure if you're here tonight, but I know you do watch the videos after the fact. So if you're watching this, my man, congrats. You got the Bennett jersey in the background there, as well as the Holt and the mantle. And the last one we got here tonight, I know a guy that's going to like it. How about Ray Bourque, defenseman for the Bruins on the 1981-82 Topps, authentic autograph out of Beckett. Let's go, Ray Bourque. Beckett, authentic, blue, Sharpie. And the only thing sharper than the Sharpie is the card itself. The card is crisp. For a card that is 1981-82, that's a beauty. Ray had the distinction of becoming the first non-goaltender in NHL history to win both the Calder Trophy as a Rookie of the Year and a berth on the first team All-Star team. He set the mark for points by a rookie defenseman. He won the Calder Trophy as the NHL's Rookie of the Year for the 1979-80 season. Ray Bourque, legendary hockey player out of Topps. Hockey this week. Do we even got to ask? This one's going out to Darren. Congrats. Yeah, I remember you shooting a picture over to the Facebook group. I remember seeing a Bourque in your collection. Yeah, that's sick. I'm going to say a couple words about Ray Bourque. Why not? Given the opportunity, we probably should always. Ray Bourque, famer, cup winner, Calder, 19-time All-Star, 5-time Norris, 91-92 Clancy, the 2017-2018 NHL's 100 greatest players of all time list. He played in over 1,600 games, had 410 goals, almost 1,200 assists, almost 1,600 points. Career plus minus of 527. That is filthy. That is not even great. That is absolutely filthy. Over 1,000 penalty minutes, which everybody knows that I have an appreciation for, and that is absolutely sick. Defenseman, he was a lefty. 22-year career. Oh my goodness. He was in Boston for 21 years. He played in over 1,500 games for the Boston Bruins. That is dope. Yeah. Especially knowing that it will go to a true hockey guy. That's awesome. Congrats, Darren. This one's coming your way, my man. Ray Bourque, legendary. Wow. Talk about two iconic slabs tonight. Stan the Man and Ray Bourque in their respective sports. All right. So we got Ray Bourque going to Darren. We had the Cornelius Bennett, as well as the Torrey Holtz and the Mickey Mantle. Those are going out to Braden. Congrats, Braden. We did have Stan the Man Musial come out of that Hall of Fame product for Sign and Slab. That was pretty dope. That one's going out to Dave J. We had Noah Dobson. Noah Dobson on the New York Islanders puck. That one went out to Brad O. So congrats to Brad there. We had a Mike Vick jersey on the Vatek. Went out to Dave J, Atlanta Falcons. We had Dotson come out for the Fly Eagles Fly. I believe that one went out to Michael. We had Bake McBride for the Cardinals. Also went out to Dave J. And I'd say that's a pretty fire break, fellas. As always, I do appreciate you guys for jumping in and help me fill. And especially special shout out to all the guys that came back through and helped pick up some of the unsolds. You guys make it possible for me to run this thing on a weekly basis. And I truly do appreciate that. I'll be back next Saturday night, so we'll go back to the Saturday grind for a little bit. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, we'll do another one of those Hall of Fame sign-in slabs. We got basketball coming on Saturday. So we've got RSA basketball as well as the basketball jersey, in case you missed me say that earlier. We won't have hockey on Saturday, but I'll try to get some hockey going for at least the end of the playoffs here. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you, Darren. Yes, congrats to everybody that won. As always, guys, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. Enjoy the people that you love the most on a daily basis. I'm going to catch you guys on Saturday. I hope you have a great work week until then. And I'm looking forward to what the next week holds. All right, guys. Thanks again. Truly. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Get some sleep. And have a great week. Transparency, transparency, transparency. See ya.